All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. I am so excited to be talking to you about how to reset your energy even during this holiday rush, this holiday season, right? This is all about how to digital detox, right? And I'm not talking long term with this digital detox thing. I know we still got things to do, planning events, places we got to be, and shopping, right? And we do use our devices for that. So I'm going to be sharing some simple ways to do that. Okay, nothing crazy, nothing extreme. All right. So here we are. Good morning, Flo. I'm just looking at my comments here. Thank you so much for joining me if you are joining me live. And before I get started, I'm just going to share some announcements I have, okay? So I work with a few different people who are coaches like me, fitness coaches, whether they're personal trainers, fitness instructors, right? All of the above, right? Educators in the movement world, right? Moving, the science, all of that stuff. And we are going to be holding a virtual coaches collaborative. What is that? Yes, I know. So this sounds really cool, right? So this is going to be happening in January. We don't have a date yet, but the date is going to be released probably next week. So I want you to sort of keep this in your radar. This is an opportunity to get a taste of 4 different coaches. I mean, you'll have me in there, but 3 other coaches who are very experienced, very educated in fitness, movement, exercise science, nutrition, right? All of those things that, when I talk about fitness and wellness, they are going to be sharing their superpowers, okay? And it's going to be a virtual event, and it's going to be next month. So please keep that in your radar. This is something that, I've done something similar to this, but this is like totally different. This is going to be super cool. So it's an opportunity for you all that follow me and work with me, even if you don't work with me, but you've been following me for quite some time, to get a taste of different coaches. It's not just me. It's going to be other people, whether that's strength training, cardio dance, mobility, right? There's so many things that these coaches have amazing talents of, and they are my people because we support each other. We not only support each other in our businesses, giving each other feedback and that lift and that support, because hey, us coaches need that too. But we also collaborate. We do these things together to get ourselves going, but also just to reach more people, right? To help more people, because that's really what we always want to do. That's our goal, is to reach more people and help them with our services. So please keep that in mind. I'm super excited about that. And I'm also excited about my kickoff of my Slay December. Kicked off this week. It's going really well. I love seeing people doing their thing, right, on a daily basis, right? I love seeing all of that. Oh, also for the coaching collaborative, I'm so sorry. If you're not connected on my newsletter, if you don't get my emails, connect with me. So I will drop that link in the comments after this live stream to connect on my newsletter. I know some of you are. If you're like, Liz, I'm on your newsletter. I know I am, and I don't get your emails. Please check your spam and your junk folder. I find that they go to these weird other folders now, especially if you have like Gmail or Google or whatever, like they get sort of dispersed, right? But definitely check your junk and your spam. I release a newsletter every Tuesday morning. So a newsletter hits your inbox every Tuesday morning, okay? Eastern Standard Time, okay? And so connect there, connect on social media. If you're on YouTube, remember to click the bell notifications to get notified of any posts I do mini videos on my YouTube channel of little movements to help you sort of get through, right? Get through it. So, and other little tips. So there's that. So make sure you connect to my newsletter, connect to my social media channels, that sort of thing. Also, I am still running my Stay on the Move monthly membership. That is also in the relative links. Actually, in my Facebook group, I have it on the banner of my Facebook cover. The link should be there. And yeah, it should be there, right? Listen to me. Let me check right now. Yes. I will make sure, I know, see, there we go. I will make sure that those links get in there as well. So you're gonna get the links. They're gonna be in the comments of these live streams. All right, I said all my announcements there, I'm done. Okay, I went over a little bit, 5 minutes, but that's okay. All right, so let's get into this. I will not take up too much of your time. So we are going to be talking about simple, realistic habits around digital detox, okay? And this month is the theme in my program, Power Up Your Strength. So that's my 12-week program. I do a theme every month in that program. It's a certain habit that I want my participants to adopt, right? It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's something to adopt, to think about, right? And this is about digital detoxing before bed, okay? That's the theme that they are all doing. I'm even having my Stay on the Move members do it. So it's a very good idea to do this because it's going to help you reclaim your energy during this busiest season of the year, okay? And I feel like every season seems to be busy, but this one especially. So here we go. I'm talking holiday season right now, which we are in the middle of. And we feel drained, right? We might feel drained. Okay. Why do we feel so drained this time of the year, right? When we want to feel joyful, uplifted, right? There's so many factors with that, right? It's the holiday schedule, right? We have more commitments, less recovery time. We just have more to do, even though we might tell ourselves, oh, I'm going to take it back this way. What happens, right? Do you tell yourself that? Let me know in the comments. Do you tell yourself before every holiday season, I'm going to just take it back a notch. I don't want to commit to all these different things. I'm definitely going to take it back a notch. Who says that? Please, say me or give me a thumbs up in your comments, right? Something to let me know that you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So let me know because I do that too. There is increased screen time as well. That's why we also feel drained. These things, man, they do drain our energy, and I'm going to get into that in a moment. But, we're online shopping, whether it's on our phones, tablets, laptop computers, desktop computers. We are planning our stuff out on our screens. We're on social media because everybody is posting about, and I've done this too, all their holiday decorations, parties, kids stuff, right? Because even if we have small children or grandchildren, they got concerts, they got these plays, they got all these events too. It's not just us adults, it's other people in our lives too, our kids, our grandkids, and we want to be there, right? And we're also drained because our nervous system is overloaded by all of that, as I just said. Stress, poor sleep, and that will eventually lead to just low motivation to do the things that we need to do for ourselves, right? Which is kind of sad because we are putting our attention to all these other things that we want to do. It's not things that we don't want to do, but some of the things it's like, oh, you got these priorities. You got to do this shopping. You got to do this thing. You got to show up at this work event. But sometimes we're not motivated to do anything else. Is that you? Let me know in the comments because I know that's me. I'm telling you, I get super drained when, I'm just, yeah, I'm doing it all, right? Or I'm stressed out because I'm not getting things done in the time I want to get. Or that thing I wanted to buy is back ordered, right? So if you've been tired, even after sleeping, you're not alone. All right. Everything I say in these lives is you're not alone, because we all feel these things. We do. We all experience these things. So what do screens do to the nervous system? Do you know? So there's this blue light. You probably heard of it. There's blue light blockers now you can buy, right? But there's a blue lights that come out of the screens, right? And you're looking at it, right? And this actually affects, because your eyes, right? They're right near your brain. It disrupts your melatonin. Melatonin is your sleep hormone. It is activated when it's dark. So when it gets dark out, that's when your melatonin, your body's like, okay, it's getting dark out, or the lights are off. It's getting dark out. Usually depending on your circadian rhythm, it gets dark out, and it's your body's signal to be like, okay, got to release that melatonin. It's time for sleep. And I know it gets dark early now, which is hard. That's the other thing. I could go into that whole daylight savings thing. But that's really how melatonin works. Well, your body gets that signal. It's light, it's dark out. So I'm going to let it go. But we're not doing that, right? We're staying up late, or we're in bed looking at our screens, right? Because we forgot to do something. And sometimes, I know for me, with my husband, he forgets to do a work thing, and he goes on his phone, like literally in his bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And what does that do? Right? It wakes you up, and then of course your cortisol levels are like, oh, it's time to wake up, right? When you want your cortisol levels to go down. Okay, cortisol is what wakes us up in the morning, right? Gets us going. And I'm not going to go into cortisol. That's a totally different live stream topic. But that blue light, every time we look at the screens, or we've been looking at screens for a long period of time, it takes our melatonin longer to kick in. Does this make sense? Does anybody have any questions? Please post questions. Okay. I just wanted to let that sit for a moment, because I can talk, right? And it's a full moon today. So I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But, and I already said this, constant notifications, right? If you don't silence your phone at a certain time, I actually put my do not disturb on. I have that kick in at a certain time of the night, so I'm not getting the constant pop-ups. I can manually go into my phone to check, but I don't get dinged, okay, so that it alerts me. And I'm like, oh, what's that? What did I forget? Yeah. Oh, somebody liked my thing. Somebody commented. Somebody posted something. Yeah. It's hard. And then, of course, we do this in the evening. We scroll in the evening, and we're already overloaded by our day, mentally overloaded by our day. And then what are we doing? We're just overloading it more with all this stuff, right? On our screen, social media, and even on the TV. That's a screen too. And it just feeds off a lot of light. So with all that being said, if you start to give yourself a mini digital detox daily, you can improve your energy levels. You can. And I've done this. I've done my own little study on myself to do this. But it takes time. You have to be consistent, right? Just like with movement, because I talk movement all the time. you have to be consistent, but it doesn't have to be like in big droves, right? I always talk about little small steps. So when you do a mini digital detox over time, you can sleep deeper. You get a more restorative sleep. Then you're in the morning, you're more focused, you have more energy. Your anxiety levels go down too. I mean, we all have a bit of that, right? But we can reduce it. We can help our anxiety levels. All that mental chatter, right? All the things that are going on in our heads, we can reduce that. And it just gives our mind a quiet buffer before bed, because when we go to bed, we want to like sleep, right? We want to sleep soundly. We want to sleep deeply. So how can I do this? So I just told you the why you want to do this. And if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. No questions, you just want to comment about this. Maybe you have more information about this. I definitely have my resources. My really good friend, Nicole Printon, man, does she know a lot about sleep. All right, I have my Garmin watch here. I do wear it at night because it does track my sleep. It tracks my stress levels. Man, I was like amazed when I was going through a bunch of stuff last month. My sleep was terrible, so terrible. And my stress levels were like high even while I was sleeping. And then it would show me when I would actually awake. I was waking up a lot during the night. It's gone down, which is great. Not that I'm saying I don't wake up occasionally to go to the bathroom, whatever, but it's definitely gone down, and that's awesome. So this is the small approach that I'm going to offer you, and that is pick a bedtime. I'm not going to go into how to do a bedtime routine. That's a completely different live. And in fact, if you want, yes, I'm going to offer you something at the end of this live. So stay to the end. So whatever your bedtime is, I hope you have a set bedtime, because we should have a set bedtime. That is also something that is going to help your melatonin levels. Have a set bedtime, and then 10 to 20 minutes before you go to bed, don't look at screens. Don't do it. Just do that for yourself. Try it for like a week. So you're going to replace scrolling with more calming rituals. Maybe you stretch before bed, gentle stretching. Maybe you do some deep breathing, right? I like to do that, sort of meditative as well. Do some deep breathing, reading a book. I recommend reading something fun and light. Don't read something morbid and like chilling and suspenseful. Read something light and fun. That's what I try to do. Romance novels, that's my word when I read books at night. Certain teas, herbal teas, help. I know sometimes people don't want to drink tea right before bed because then it makes us wake up and go to the bathroom. But if you can drink a tea, even if you drink tea, like I like to drink tea maybe an hour before my bedtime, because then at least it doesn't wake me up later. Just like a nice calming herbal tea. Like they have those nice like chamomile ones, bedtime teas, things like that. And then journaling. Oh, this is what I want to start to do, is journaling at night. You just do a brain dump. And instead of doing, and you can do different things with that. You can do a journaling session where you just dump out all the things that you didn't do. I got this from Mel Robbins. You would think, oh, I should journal all the things that I accomplished today. That's good too. But she suggested that you should journal out everything you didn't do. Why is that? Because you're unloading your mind of it. You're not going to bed going, damn, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. And you don't need to be perfect with this. This is not about perfection. It's just about consistency. That's why you do small things. So 10 to 20 minutes of no screens before bed and replace it with one of those things, okay? And if you want, like, so I'm going to just totally offer this now. If you comment in these comments, even if you're watching the replay of this, I will see comments. Comment sleep, and I will send you a PDF of how to create your own nighttime routine. All right, I can give you like a nice little framework of that. But if you comment, I will send it to you. Right? And if I don't have your information, you're going to get a DM from me. Okay? Especially if you're on YouTube, definitely comment. Don't worry, I will get you. I will get you. But if you're in my Facebook group, I know how to find you. Yeah. All right. Just looking at comments here. You wear, okay. So Flo, she wears a watch at night too, but she turns off your Bluetooth. So the watch, so no watch disruptions. Okay. That's good. So now it helped you sleep better. I love that. Yeah. The Bluetooth. Yeah. I mean, you need that, right? But since it doesn't actually disrupt me, thank God, it doesn't disrupt me. It actually, I don't really notice that my watch is on because I have disconnected all my notifications. I don't get any calls unless there's only a few people that can break through my phone at night. But that's great, Flo. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you. So that is it. If you are watching the replay, please type #replay in the comments. And if you would like my PDF of just how to set up your simple nighttime routine, comment sleep. Thank you, Flo. I will send that to you. I love that. I will send that to you. Okay, and it'll probably go by email. And if I don't have your email, I will message it to you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.